How are you doing? Hopefully you're having an amazing day. I'm fortunate enough to get a chance to come into our San Leandro facility and see all this marketing buzz and excitement with these marketing campaigns going out for all these agents on a daily basis. It's some pretty exciting stuff, especially in a time when we're dealing with so much uncertainty and market challenges. These agents who are currently marketing know that this market has become a doer's market. If you're not doing anything to market your business today, a good chance you won't be getting any business. So we need to stop being on the sidelines and start taking action. It's up to you whether your business succeeds or not. We can only control what we can control, especially during these past 5 years. For example, we can't control COVID, we can't control interest rates, and we can't control legal matters that affect our business today. Most producing agents are well aware of this situation. They also know that during the last couple of years, there's been more licenses given out than ever before. And most producing agents know it's time to get back to the basics, start marketing, and start taking back market share. But they also know that if they are doing direct mail as part of the strategy, they need to be aware of the latest technology that's available. If you're in the dark about how direct mail has evolved, then you need to listen up. The old school approach of sending the same postcard to every homeowner with no form of engagement is no longer the best approach. Also, using a call to action that depends on a phone call, for example, the CTA we're all used to seeing or hearing all the time, give me a call for a free market analysis of your property. And if your phone doesn't ring, how would you even know that your postcard strategy is actually working? This is after you spent hundreds of dollars sending out postcards. So of course this strategy can be discouraging if you're not getting any responses. Many agents have had similar experiences with the same strategy, but that's probably because you're not just aware of the most recent technology when it comes to direct mail marketing. So having this transparency makes a huge difference. Imagine sending out a postcard and having a system that tells you who in your farm area responded to your postcard efforts, and getting a lead via email that provides their contact information so you have something actionable to follow up with. We do this today with dynamic QR codes that are trackable. This technology is not new, but it may be something you're not aware of. Well, we're going to get a chance to discuss some of these new features, some of the new ways that direct mail has evolved, and how producing agents are leveraging this technology to build their brands and grow their business today. And we want to do the same for you. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Chio Saley. I'm the VP of Creative Services for CoreFact. I'm a marketing strategist, a designer, a product developer, as well as an entrepreneur. I'm also a partner in the business as well. When we first started CoreFact, we only had one customer, and over the years have grown into hundreds of thousands of real estate professionals across the country. So when it comes to pain points about growing your business, believe me, we have a lot more things in common than you think. For example, we're always trying to grow our customer base. We're always trying to look for creative ways to partner and prospect. We look for ways to be more efficient. And we look at costs, revenue, and profits, just like you with your business. Now, with this experience working with agents across the country, I've got a chance to really get immersed with various farming strategies, targeting particular audiences such as investors, 1031 exchanges, distressed properties, expired listings, working with seniors, or just basic farming strategies marketing in single-family neighborhoods. Probably seen it all and also learned a lot of things along the way. I've seen so many strategies come across my desk. Some work effectively and some that didn't work at all. And the ones that did work, we implemented into our postcard campaigns today. Now, I know there's some hesitation about sending out postcard campaigns, but did you know that the ROI on direct mail is much higher compared to email marketing or social media marketing? Direct mail will give you a much higher return. The great thing about direct mail in general when compared to email or social media, it's much more memorable. It's tactile, it has a human element to it, it's engaging, and it's personalized. Something you won't be able to mimic with email or social media. I mean, who wants to post 20 posts a month when you could send out one postcard a month and get better responses and stay on top of mind much longer than these social posts? I'm not saying sending out postcards is the only solution, but when combined with email or social media, this may be the best combination for the best results possible. You'll always want to open that top of funnel strategies and leads as big as you can. So having direct mail as part of your business growth plan is essential. Just go ask most top producing agents, and I'm sure they'll say the exact same thing. If you're still watching this video, then I know you're considering direct mail as part of your strategy. And good for you, so listen in. First thing I want you to do is this: go back upstream and audit your farm list with your title partner. It starts there. Make sure you identify key factors that can help expand your market reach so that you don't have to waste money sending these postcards to irrelevant contacts. This will keep your marketing approach much more focused and more effective, which is what we want. Here's a quick checklist that's going to help you get this process going. Number one, Work with title to determine a farm that has a good turnover rate. As a salesperson, you know that this is a game of numbers. Here's how I look at this rule. If you're marketing to a farm of 500 and there's a 5% turnover rate, this would mean there's 25 opportunities for you to compete for. Here at CoreFact, we believe half of those opportunities goes to friends or family members who knows an agent. This would leave about 13 opportunities. Of those 13 opportunities, half of those will go to the producing agent who's probably the most consistent marketing in that area. Now that leaves about 6 or 7 opportunities. If you're marketing consistently with a postcard campaign, your probability of getting these opportunities would drastically improve. This is where branding and being consistent comes into play. Number 2, remove any homeowners that have purchased a home within 6 to 12 months in that neighborhood. Most likely, those families are staying put for a while. Number 3, make sure you're marketing to decision makers. So when you're working with title, look for absentee owners and make sure we have their site address as well as their mail address. This way, if the prospective seller owns a home in LA but lives in New York, they will receive the postcard in New York, but the content and messaging refers to the property they own in LA. Hopefully that makes some sense. Number 4, eliminate duplicates. By eliminating duplicates, you'll get to open up the marketing coverage a little bit more. Now, there's a good amount of data points to go for and to look at, but these are definitely my top 4. Over-analysis is paralysis when it comes to this issue. Once you do this, you'll start having a lot more confidence on your approach with direct mail and sending out postcards. Please do not just randomly pick out a farm. Do this due diligence with your farm list. So now that you have a farm list put together, it's just a matter of approach. I'm going to bucket and break down from my experience what these 3 strategies are. Now, this really depends on where you are in your career. Are you a new agent transitioning from the buyer side to the seller side? You could be an agent that tried direct mail before, but you didn't get great results because you probably didn't know about the latest technology stack with direct mail or postcards. Or you could be a producing agent that wants to continue building your brand influence with the stronger direct mail marketing strategy. That way you're protecting your farm and your investment. There's levels to this game, so you'll need to determine what's best for you. If you're starting new and considering direct mail, then consider your budget. From my experience, when agents have a small farm list, example 200, you're probably not going to get good results. A good sized farm to start with, to me, is probably something closer to 500 contacts. However, you don't have to commit to this level if you're not ready. There's no pressure here. And if you're in this situation, then start simple with maybe a door knocking campaign or strategy. Door knocking is also a farming strategy. It's a great way to save money on postage and work within a comfortable budget, so you can continue to work and grow your business. So this might make more sense at this stage for you. Now, if you're going to door knock, consider getting a campaign together of 4 door hangers and walk that farm every 2 weeks. This will cover about 2 months of marketing for you. The great thing about door knocking is that you get to test out that farm area and see if you get any responses. It requires a smaller investment and gives you the flexibility to explore more or other potential neighborhoods without a big commitment. My door hanger strategy and content sequence looks kind of like this. Door hanger number 1, agent announcement card. Introduce yourself as a real estate advisor, a specialist, and make sure you keep the messaging genuine. Write copy and stories that ties you back to the community so they know you have local knowledge and they know you're from the neighborhood. Door hanger number 2, provide a market report showing recent sold comps around the neighborhood. And also mention you have a great marketing plan that's netting sellers great results. Door hanger number 3, provide value by giving away a free home valuation. However, instead of making the CTA call me, say something to the effect of text me. Feels a little bit more genuine. For me, I'd rather get a text message first than a call if I don't know you. Door hanger number 4, ask for the referral business. Can't expect to get business without asking for it. Probably a good time to suggest this by the 4th door hanger piece. Try this door knock campaign and let me know if this works for you. Now let's say you don't want a door knock and you're ready to start farming with postcards. Maybe you haven't been consistent because you're spending tons of time trying to figure out what to send out for your next postcard mailer. If you're in this situation, it can be frustrating. I know. You need at least some automation to get you back some time so you can focus on the next deal. Well, we have you covered. We have this amazing tool on our website, our campaign manager, to get you started again. It's a self-service system where you could pick a la carte from the various postcard designs and messaging from an online store catalog. The great thing about this tool is that you get to schedule the cards to go out, change your mail dates, and gauge interaction from your farm. It's simple, but yet effective. This is also a good solution to test smaller farm areas to see if it's worth a bigger investment in the future. Now, before I talked about the latest technology and how producing agents are leveraging the system. If you're working with another print partner, for example, there's no personalization they're probably going to give you aside from addressing the card. The call to action is not as strong. It's usually something like call me. And there's no technology to help track and create engagement. Well, that's 3 of the things that we emphasize and utilize to give you the best chances of getting responses from a postcard. Here's the 3 pillars that we live by. Number 1, every card should be personalized. And I'm not talking about just addressing the cards. We can personalize each card with the homeowner's name, their address, the city, or the state. It could also have personalized comps for a market update report when we pull the data. The effectiveness of personalization reminds me of trying to get someone's attention in a crowd. Doesn't work too well if you don't know their name. Same philosophy applies here. If we print and emphasize the homeowner's name on the card, they will immediately recognize it and give it more attention than a standard card that looks generic. So it's all about personalization. Number 2, create a strong call to action. The days of CTAs with give me a call for free market analysis is now in the past. The CTAs today need to create urgency and create value. Here's an example. If you're thinking about selling, find out what it's worth first. Scan this QR code to get a complimentary home estimate. You're creating value right off the bat, all done digitally with your postcards. Number 3, implement our dynamic QR codes that are trackable. And here's why. There's a new generation of prospective buyers and sellers that are between ages 28 and 40 that have been conditioned since COVID to utilize QR codes as a way of accessing more information, creating engagement, and getting something of value from a single scan. Now, these aren't your typical static QR codes, or what we like to say, dummy QR codes. Standard QR codes take you to a website for more information. Dynamic QR codes are personalized to each home address, then triggers an automated generated landing page that provides a home value estimate for the homeowners based off of county records. The system then tracks their activity and kicks back the lead for you to follow up. I could get into this stuff real deep, so I'll save it for another video. Now that you know how we drive responses on our postcards, you're probably wondering where to start and what cards to send out. Here's my strategy of what type of postcards I would send out to get started. Card number 1. This is pretty much my must-have. First card to send out is the free home valuation card. The reason why I like this card and why this postcard gets so many responses is because it addresses the biggest question every homeowner is thinking about when it comes to selling their home, which is, what is your home worth? This card utilizes a map with sold icons that reflect recently sold homes around the neighborhood. The sellers get to recognize the map by looking at the streets, the neighborhood, and sold signs that pretty much creates that curiosity. It's also a great attention getter. Card number 2, the market update postcard. It's probably the most traditional real estate farming content you'll see everyone utilizing. This card demonstrates market knowledge, what homes are selling for, and what the home trends look like for that month. And to be honest, many homeowners also get the impression that you sold these homes. Also, another feature I like about this card is if you're from a state with good data, we can automatically populate the comps from our county records data. Now, whenever I talk to agents, this requires a substantial amount of work just to get the data. So why not automate it, right? Which is what we did here. Card number 3. The seller's tip card. Create value by educating homeowners of how to position their home for sale. Provide some insightful tips that'll most likely improve their home's value. For example, the tip could be something like, here's why curb appeal matters, or cover up those little nicks with a fresh coat of paint. This messaging helps validate your experience and knowledge when it comes to positioning a home for sale. So it's great content there for better validation. Start off your next campaign with these cards on our campaign manager and let me know how the strategy works for you. I've worked with thousands of agents, and these sequence of cards pretty much gets the best results from what I've seen. All right, before I close it out here, there's one more strategy that is even more powerful and more effective than the 2 strategies I talked about today, and that's our Elite campaign. This is for serious agents who are looking for a fully automated campaign that focuses on growing their brand, emphasizing the brand, creating better brand influence, and providing unique billboard messaging. And you know what? It's fully automated. Set it and forget it style. It's also trusted by thousands of agents nationally. We'll also have a special promotion for you if you decide to go this route with the Elite campaign for your next marketing strategy. So stop staying on the sidelines, get off that bench, and become a starter. Start leveling up your brand. Start leveling up your business. It's time to get back to work. If you're this agent and want to see how we do this, then click on the link below to see this can't miss free video. Looking to talk to you soon again.